John Kincade Show on 97.5, The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You wait for it every single week on the show a couple times. It's the reach around.
Let's do a reach around of the NFC East.
That's what Mondays are all about. Let's reach around the division and see how everybody fared this weekend.
How did they do, Jamie?
I'll take balls out of Jamie's mouth.
I think it's fair to say right now, and I don't think this is even a hot take, Jalen Hurts is the second best quarterback in the division. Because yesterday in Washington, unfortunately for them, Ryan Fitzpatrick suffered a hip subluxation, which is basically a dislocated hip. Now, he'll be able to return, I believe, this year, but he's going to miss several weeks as he's got to get that thing back to health. Taylor Heineke came in and took over the game, but Washington went down to the Los Angeles, don't call me San Diego, Chargers. Justin Herbert, he's the real deal. Keenan Allen, another 100-yard game. He's a phenomenal wide receiver. It was a good game. It was close. That Washington defense is going to keep them in games for sure. Chase Young is an absolute monster for them. That entire defensive line is no joke at all. But the real story of the game yesterday might have been the sewage pipe that bursted in the upper level and rained down.
So gross. Water.
The doo-doo water came in raining down. It might be a euphemism for their season at this point.
Or the last 3 decades of Washington football.
I've been to that stadium more than any other because I went to school down there, and we have an annual with our friends where we usually go down. That stadium sucks. And to see a raw sewage pipe.
Why does it suck?
It's just
generic,
awful colors, just like poorly constructed. It's old at this point. The parking lots getting in and out sucks. Everything about it sucks.
The parking costs more than the ticket to the game.
What's it, $50?
Whatever it is. When I went on StubHub,
it's a lot.
You could get tickets for $20, and then parking was like $40 to $60. You could have gotten
in yesterday, by the way, for $22.
That's my point. Like the ticket to the game will be cheaper than parking because parking is such a crap show there.
You can't get into an Eagles game for $22 ever, right?
No. You can't get to a preseason game for $22.
Yeah, you'd be lucky.
Wow.
Maybe the Boston College Golden Eagles when they take on
well, it's $12. It's kids' tickets are $12.
Is there?
So
okay, I'll have to shave.
You can sneak in, Pat.
Just
shave. So 0-1 for Washington football team starting out the year, and that's a scary proposition, losing your quarterback week 1. They're going to face off Thursday night football against the New York Giants in prime time.
So one of them starts 0-2.
Yep. One of them
awesome.
is guaranteed to be 0-2. Speaking of those New York Giants, they went down to the Denver Broncos 27-13 yesterday. Teddy Bridgewater kind of stole the headlines away from the return of Saquon Barkley. He was on a bit of a pitch count yesterday. He only got 10 carries, I think 1 or 2 in the passing game, so not a lot of touches as they ease him back into a heavy workload. Daniel Jones, he stinks. This is year 3 of him. This is when you can start to really formulate your opinions on him. And his turnover issue is not going anywhere. He lost another fumble yesterday, which brings him to 32 career turnovers in 28 games.
That's incredible.
That is not a formula to win football games. You cannot give the ball back and expect to win in the NFL.
He's got that dopey look to him, too. Because I know he's a smart kid. He went to Duke.
Sure.
I mean, he's just has that glazed over.
Yeah.
Nonchalant look, like nothing. Like am I here? What happened?
There must be something in the quarterback room up in the New York Giants because Eli had Eli had that look a lot too.
Eli had bitter beer face.
Yeah,
I always thought.
Yeah, so their first-round pick, Kadarius Toney, wide receiver from University of Florida, he saved the day with a stellar stat line. Did you catch his stat line?
What did he do?
2 catches, -2 yards. So big impact there from their rookie. Giants fans were extremely butthurt that the Eagles landed Devontae Smith. Big loss yesterday for the Broncos, though, and another Alabama wideout who looked primed to take a big jump this year with a quarterback. Jerry Jeudy went down on what looked like to be a pretty nasty play where his leg and ankle got caught up under 2 tacklers.
It was gross.
It looks like his season was over, but the good news is it's only a high ankle sprain.
I can't believe it because I thought he was.
I thought it was snapped.
Yeah, so did I. So, maybe 6 weeks or so for him, but he had a good day before he went off. And again, they're going to face Washington on Thursday night. It's It's going to be a great one. Somebody in the NFC East is going 0-2. And then, of course, Dallas, we all know how they fared last Thursday against the Tampa Bay Bucks.
And Dallas has a trip to...
They have the Chargers at 4:25 on, I believe, Fox Game of the Week.
In L.A., right?
In L.A. coming up this weekend. If they're able to go 0-2 and you can sneak out a Niners win.
Well. Let's not get ahead of them.
Pants are coming off, John. It's going to be party time here in the NFC East.
Why do the pants have to come off?
Keep
it in your pants. Oh, my God. Keep the pants.
This is the reach around, Bob.
Stop
I'm going to expose myself.
off.
You can't do a reach around with your pants on, you weirdo.
What do you expect in the reach around? There you go.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5, The Fanatic, Philadelphia.